Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Pittsburgh's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. He gets one to the 11. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Bringing it back, it's Renfro. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking for a crease to the left. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy down. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. He wants to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his 1st sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
To the ground with the back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Looking for a block. It's Renfro. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hires on the move. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man...
And the quarterback is snowed under. And that second sack of the day really epitomizes what Penn State linebackers are known for. Quick twitch playmakers.
Quick and fast. That's what they always are at Penn State. They find those guys that are athletes that make plays all over the field. And right here, he's got a second sack on the day.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
The quick out. At the 45 on its way. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. They go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have... Good about going into halftime. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is. trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. On the move, it's Renfro. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Brings it inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. This time it's complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught on the outside, it's Wiggins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
He'll just keep slinging it quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll throw on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
On second down, just keeps firing. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Penn State! And once he got loose, it was all over.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 25. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Got a lot of running room. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Renfro. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive and maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback keeper. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles, and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be it.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one.
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
The Nittany Lions have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Here's the handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Tackle is made after the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. It stands on the result of the play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start. Offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And the Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something